Rob, Lee, Master Chief in the background.
Coughing, thanks.
Stop coughing. Be ill on your own time, Lee.
Carry on.
We've done sprint planning. Lee may be dying. What's the plan for this?
Don't know anymore. Yeah, so DLC coming up. So I've got a lot of Hexene work to do. Got to get as many of those levels done as I can. As well as that, I want to make a start on the actual Wooloop store pitch stuff as well. So I'll be 1 or 2 levels for that as well. Other than that, we have the Celtic DLC coming out. So when Zach's finished up, I'll be getting those QA tested and getting everything for the store page and the achievements, everything finished up for that as well.
And yeah, for me, I'll be working on Skystead Ranch, trying to get a build done. We've got a lot of like performance things we need to do for like the grass and things like that. Laura will be working on a new zone, so the zone to the right of the starting section, sort of like a foresty zone wrapping around the river. That should be really cool, and I know that you, Jack, are doing some Skystead stuff as well, aren't you?
Yes, I'll be doing so. I'll be finishing off the Culling Pixels, the Celtic DLC, like you said, but also doing some UI bits and bobs for the Skystead and starting the Keeper characters for the boards as well. It'll be a fun week. Okay, so it's primarily been a day of 2D work for me, and I got started with finishing off the Celtic DLC. I believe I've only got one more to go now, but this is one of the ones that I did today, which is another stained glass image. The guys thought it would be a cool idea to add another one in, as it's definitely a sort of, a certain style of Celtic artwork when they're always done in stained glass, especially from the references that I go off. This one's really nice. It's sort of a washed out palette, but I really like it. I kind of blended in the background with the main cross in the middle, and overall I think it came out okay. I am a little unsold. I'm not sold on this middle bit here. I'll draw it in, this bit here. I'm not sure if this bit looks a bit too plain, but I think it's one of those things where you come back and look at it again in a few hours. I might like it then. So I'm leaving it for now. And as for a break, I moved on to some Skystead stuff. So we wanted a sort of roadmap icon that you click on at the bottom right of the main menu. And Rob thought it would be a cool idea if we did a little graphic for it. So I'm currently working on that now. I did do a render to trace over. I thought it would be a lot easier to get the forms in. And overall, I was quite happy with the positioning of these. So I have started sketching them in. So I start off with the Grumble, as you can see there, definitely perfectly matches the background, and that one came out really nice. I haven't added the eyes in yet, but I'll get towards that at the end. And as for now, I'm starting on Spike, which is coming along really well. I just need to finish off the colouring here and add some shade, and then I'll move on to Big B. So that shouldn't take too long. It's getting there, so I'll carry on for that rest of the day. Okay, so it's been quite a busy day for me. I've been doing a little bit of Culling Pixels work, just finishing up the Celtic DLC, but primarily I've been working on the Skystead graphic for the roadmap icon in the main menu. And overall, it's came out really nicely, although I have just spotted these mistakes down here, so I'll have to quickly fix them, because that's going to bug me. I don't know where that's come from. But yeah, overall it looks pretty good, and the guys seem to like it. But Lee did have the good idea of that when you sort of hover over the icon, that the whole graphic changes. So I thought it'd be a cool way to introduce the shiny variants of these cards, and obviously this gets a gold rim and a bit more of a highlighted icon. And overall, I'm pretty happy with them. They definitely look pretty cool, and they definitely stand out, so that's the main thing. As for the rest of the day, I've been working on the Keeper again, and the Keeper mesh is pretty much done now. I'm just going through and decimating it down, as it's quite high poly, but it shouldn't take too long to get down. After that, I'm going to jump into some texturing.
Most of today has just been spent QA testing the Celtic DLC that I've been working on. I'm pretty much there, so you can see a few of these images don't look like they've been done, but I have been just had to re-import halfway through. Head over to Trello, we'll get more of an accurate representation, so all the pictures on the right here, they've all been tested. A couple of minor fixes here and there, but nothing too major. I have made a number of changes to this one, so I do want to double check how that looks after re-importing, but other than that, there's only one image left to actually test. But I think I'll be finishing it up tomorrow, and then, yeah, getting everything else done for the build as well.
Okay, so just a quick update. I've spent most of the morning finishing off the mesh for the Keeper, the first Keeper I've done. And it's looking really cool. Everything's pretty much done now. It's all UV unwrapped. As you can see, we've got a nice tidy UV map over here. And I've just exported it into Substance Painter, so I'm going to get to work on that now. But I think I'll time-lapse it, as it should be a pretty fun process. So we'll see how we go. It shouldn't be too long. I've got the reference up here. So I'm essentially just going to eyedrop constantly from this colour palette, as I really like this colour palette, even though it's essentially done in a physical media rather than digital media. I still really like the colours, so I'm going to try to get as much of this across on this character as I possibly can.
So yeah, the task today was just finishing up the Celtic DLC prep. As you see here, this is the finished build with all the levels in the correct order. They've all been QA tested and corrected, and that's all good to go. Over on Steam here as well, you can see all the achievements are working as well. Those have all been uploaded. One thing that had to be corrected was if we turn the DLC off here, when you go back, the timer set to an hour ahead. So this is going to be correct. This works out to about 9 PM as at 8 PM British time, which isn't right. So that's been updated. That'll be corrected in the next build. But yeah, everything else is done over on Trello. You can see all the tasks are done, all the achievements, all the posts have been scheduled as well, and they're all good to go out. So everything is done for the DLC, other than actually going live on Friday.
Okay, so I've been quite busy the past couple of days. Haven't been made a load of progress though, sadly. So we've had issues with doing builds for both Skystead Ranch that I'm working on now and Hexseed. So the problem with Skystead Ranch was the upgrade to the Unity version. A lot of the lighting wasn't working, and Hexseed, I have no idea what the issue was, but it just involved a full re-importing of the library folder and things like that. All sorted now though, but it has like taken a big chunk out of my week, which kind of sucks. But I have been working on this screenshotting script. So this script basically loads up all of the items in the game. You can see the cat bowl here. Takes a screenshot and then it like caches that screenshot away as a sprite that we can use for the UI and stuff like that. So I've just been modifying that. So we've got this generated folder now, just to keep them all in one place. Buildable objects. I'll try and load one up. It is running at the moment, so it might have a panic. But yeah, I've just made a few changes to this. So it removes the background now. So now it's a transparent image, which is really cool. All the objects are facing the right way, whereas before it was back to front, which wasn't great. It's also cropping the images now as well. So in theory, we should be able to get them all roughly the same size. Yeah, but I've also been working on the grass a little bit. So I did this on the weekend mainly. We were having a lot of FPS issues on the show and tell we did on Friday. So I've swapped the way that it's rendered. It now does instance rendering. So essentially you put one copy of the grass in the graphics card and then you just tell it the locations and positions that you want it to render that same mesh. It's much more efficient, so we're able to get a lot more grass actually in the game now at a much higher FPS. Right now it's 30, and like that's just an editor as well. And it hasn't actually been implemented with a lot of the like the LOD stuff as well that we've got going on. So we can improve the performance quite a bit. Bit more work will be needed on that though, especially for the different biome types, because right now it's just using the one grass asset for like tall grass and stuff like that. But we'll fix that. And also the screenshotting thing, I'll just quickly show you that in Engine. Yeah, there you go. Look, it shows you all of the pictures, and they're all the same size now, and you can actually see what's going on. So that's much better. There's a bit of a dark outline, isn't there? But I'll fix that at some point.
So I've been doing lots of little tasks today. One of them is getting the Wood Up store page ready to be sent off early. You see here I'm in the process of actually translating the store pages to various languages in order to get that sent off to Steam. As well as that though, I have done little bits of tasks on Hexseed, so I've got more screenshots to finally update the store page in time for announcing it tomorrow. As well as that, I've made some more levels as well, just to fill in some of the time. And as you can see there on the bottom of the screen now, showing in on the left side of the recording, I just spent a bit of time just making this asset as a bit of fun, because Jack's been working on streaming assets for Skystead Ranch specific streaming assets, and then had the idea of just making Shelly move left to right on the screen, so he's behind the mouse, because it's actually on the layer on OBS. But yeah, that's moving very slowly across the screen. Hopefully the idea being that people won't notice that it's actually moving once they join halfway through. But yeah, spent a lot of time this morning doing tax stuff as well. Obviously can't show you that, but we realised that we're a month early on that, so yeah, that's kind of half done, and we'll finish it again at the end of the month.
Okay, so just got done with the stream and it was a really fun one. So we managed to get pretty much a full skylet done. The texturing is not finished, but it has been modeled, UV mapped, and I've started the texturing. I did put a slight emissive on here to kind of show off where we think the emissive should go, but I'll turn that off now. But yeah, it's getting there. I do think the crystals should be a little bit more vibrant, and I do want to do a bit more work on the shell. There's quite a bit more texture to go, but overall I'm really happy with this character. I believe Hyped in the Discord suggested the name Truffle, which we think is a great name, so we're maybe going forward with that name. Kind of goes along with Sizzle, Puffle, Truffle, kind of goes well together, so And he also looks like a little bit of a chocolate button, so he looks very cute. I'm definitely going to add some moss to the top of the head here. I'm going to do a lot more work on the face and obviously the shell.
This week I've been working on the build for the demo. I made a foresty area and this cliff rock area with some floating little islands where Jack will make stairs to connect them. Yeah, I made lots of trees, lots of flowers, some tree stumps, like these ones here. I made a cute version of each with some mushrooms and flowers. Yeah, should look nice for the demo. Hopefully it'll be nice and fun to play.
3, 2, 1.
It's the weekend.
It is the
Pretty
weekend.
busy week.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching the video. As you're watching this video, make sure you check out the Celtic DLC for Coloring Pixels.
Yes.
That will have come out last week for you guys watching it live. Still available, check it out. As well as that, we have a Hexseed DLC coming out the week after this video, so make sure you head to our store page and wishlist that as well. Or better yet, go to the year 4 store page and buy the year 4 pass, and then you'll get it as soon as it comes out. I'll have a discount as well. And other than that, a bit of Voodoo, check out that. But we do have the farming quest for Skystead towards the end of the month as well, so make sure you keep an eye on our store page to get involved in the demo as well.
Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you. Speaking of Skystead, thank you for everyone who joined the stream today. It was a super fun stream. Got almost a full Skylar made, so I'm pretty happy with that. But yeah, thank you for our Discord members and our Patreon members for keeping us going. Have a lovely weekend.